Hello everyone and welcome back to SaiyanSquabbles. I am yours truly, Papa Ping Pong, here again with another Dragon Ball Super card game battle. Today we have a very unique Hachiyak build that I made, if I do say so myself, versus my good buddy Liam, yet again with his King Vegeta with some of the new support. So I hope you guys are staying safe and all doing okay and are enjoying the battles and just staying safe, I guess. So we were charging Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku Man on a mission. Liam did get the first turn, which is nice. He gets to get his multicolor early, so he doesn't basically give me 2 free turns. We're going to use Hachiyak's effect. So this deck is really weird. I tried to make a sort of hand control-y, aggro, Overrealm build, with taking the use of the leaders only attacking basically once a turn. So for those of you guys that don't know, Hachiyak is a leader from set 8, and his effect is if your opponent attacks with a battle card, they cannot attack with other battle cards with an energy cost of 7 or less for the duration of the turn. So he can basically only attack with one battle card, plus his Unison and leader card. But his deck does not run a Unison, I believe. But so I'm trying to take full advantage of that. But I use my leader effect, and I place the top card of my deck under him, mill a card, then draw a card. And if I have 3 or more cards under him, I get to place him in the drop area and awaken. And I get to draw 1 card. So he's going to tap 2, play Return of the King. So this is a very, very powerful card. When you play it, I believe it also counts as King Vegeta's Dynasty. And you can awaken your King Vegeta leader at 2 or more energy, rather than, or if your opponent's at 2 or more energy rather than 3 or more. When you play it, you draw 2 cards and play a 2 or less Saiyan with its skills negated for the turn. And then it's got an active battle. They can combo with 1, I think, multicolored card from your drop area. So he does do 2 attacks into my Unison, knocking it out, which is perfectly okay with me with Hachiyak, because that means it's 2 attacks that they should have used on my leader that they didn't. So I'm honestly okay with that. So I place the top card of my leader, I mill 1, and I draw 1 card. And I'm not getting my early pieces. I'm really wanting to see a Lychee or a Dark Planet, but I'm not seeing what I want to see. But I do use the Majin Buu effect. I tap 1 energy, send it to my warp, so I can discard 1 card, draw 2 at the end of my turn, which I did, and I passed. So not much is really happening on my end. I have played this deck a few times, and it's been a lot of fun. But unfortunately, it's not getting the startup that I would like it to. So he's charging a Gohan. So he did try to make all of his skillless cards Gohans, which I believe he succeeded at, which is pretty fun. But he's going to use leader effect, take a life, search top 5 out of Saiyan. He had the Caulifla. So he has updated the deck since then, or since this, but at the time he has a Kefla engine. So that's something I also need to worry about, because that Kefla card, it's a very old card, but basically if he plays it with Union, he's going to be able to draw 3 cards and attack twice with it, like 35 to 40k. So he does attack my leader, and he combos to play the Goku, and that Goku's a newer one that has Double Strike and active battle. You can play something from my combo area into my drop area once per turn. So he is awakening, I believe, or not quite. Yes, he is awakening. So he's at 25. And he still has a multicolor in his combo area, so he could... Oh no, he's got no more arrival, so I'm going to take it, which is okay with me. And I'm thinking he's going to probably attack with the Double Striker, which is perfect, because I want to either combo with the Lychee or probably negate with the Goku. So he does use his leader effect, which allows him to play a skillless of 2 or less, then draw 1 card. Or a Saiyan with a 2 or less with its skills negated. It's one of the 2. But he swings and I negate, which is perfect. I want at least 1 or 2 of those Zeno Gokus early on. What's nice about this deck, though, that I'm playing is you almost always have several options. There's a lot of Overrealm choices. You got recursion from the drop area with the slugs. You're able to keep yourself in the game. Not as much as pure Hachiyak builds, but long enough to get a fair enough of Overrealm plays. But you still got to be careful with how much you mill. So I mill a Power Burst and a Bobbity or a Bibbity, and I get another Goku, and I'm like, okay, I need something else. And then I awaken and I draw another one immediately after that, and I'm telling Liam, I'm like, man, oh man, if you can just see what's in my hand. But I'm gonna try to get rid of his double strikes early, because I don't want to deal with that, especially since his leader is a built-in double strike. And the fact that he removes stuff from my combo area is a little unfortunate. And my leader, when he does attack, he becomes a 20k and draws one. So he comboed out, and I'm going to play one of my favorite Overrealm cards in the game, which is this Bardock. Overrealm 6, tap 3, and then I choose 2 cards from his hand and send them to their warp. He's a 30k dual attack. So I'm going to swing into the Goku. I'll remember to put the stuff in my warp. Don't worry about that. So he's debating. I'm swinging to the Goku. He's debating about comboing. So he did combo out. Yes, he is comboing out. He combos 40k, and the Nappa comes into play, but I'm just going to swing into it again because I honestly wanted him to combo. I'm trying to get as many cards out of his hand as possible because Hachiak, for a lot of players, probably a lot of you guys already know, but he struggles quite a bit with hand control. He usually falls behind. But I do pass turn. He goes to my warp, and then he plays the Kaba, taps 4, and plays the Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, Master Surpassed. This is Deflect, Barrier, and Alliance, which means when he attacks, you can choose as many battle cards as you wish to switch to rest mode. He gets that much additional power, and he also deals 1 damage, and then I can't play battle cards that energy cost 20, or with battle power, 20k power or less, unless I crit a life. I believe it's crit a life. But he's swinging 40k, and I am like, okay, that's fine. I'll just take it. Now he's going to... Oh, not yet. He's debating here. So he's going to get rid of the skillless in rest mode, which is a good play, to bring his leader up to 20k in double strike, and now bring up to... or comboing with King Vegeta's Dynasty or Return of the King or whatever it is, bringing him to 30k. And I don't want to take this. I want to stay at high life, and I have enough cards to spare. So I'm going to 20, 25, 30. And he's at 40, so I need to get 45. $35. Oh, my bad. He's at 30, not 40. I don't know why I'm thinking 40. So I got to 35. I comboed out. And he passed. So now I have a lot of different options, and this is why it kind of sucked that I couldn't get my early setup, because now I got a Dark Planet that would be good to play. I got a... and I still only have basically 1 battle card attack, so I want to play the Bardock, because due to his dual attack, I want to keep ripping cards. So I'm like, okay, we're not going to do this double strike critical. We're going to keep ripping resources, and we're going to kill him slowly. So I tap 1. And I Zeno Evolve to finally start refueling my drop area. Because for those of you that don't know, the Zeno Goku allows me to choose up to 4 battle cards in my warp and place them in my drop area. So Hachiak is going to swing into that Gohan. We need him gone. And I get to draw 1 card. He's at 20k, and I don't believe I combo. Yeah, and he goes to 25. Which is, again, perfectly fine with me. I'm going to use Xenogoku's effect. Place any 4, doesn't really matter to me. And then I'm going to Overrealm for Bardock, yet again. Just keep taking out his resources. So we sent a Kefla. Untap was being weird for a sec. We sent a Kefla and a... what else? An Afterimage. And now I'm going to just swing 2 times into his Gohan. It doesn't matter to me if he combos out. It's great either way. And I think he's catching on to that. No, he still wants to try to combo out. If I were him, I think I would have just taken it at that point. But I am not him. But yeah, I'm swinging again. Hopefully get rid of it, and yeah, he takes it. And honestly, I can't attack with any more battle cards, and that's fine with me. And then I pass. And I'm feeling pretty comfortable at 5 life. He's got only 2 cards in hand. Now, this deck that he plays can draw quite a few cards with a few plays he can make, kind of like this one. So this Kefla, when you play her with Union, you draw 1. So he doesn't get the 3rd draw. But every time she attacks, she's got dual attack. She gets plus 5k, and he draws 1 card. So, yep, I got no negates, and I don't combo. I'm just going to take it. And then I don't think I'm going to be able to combo out of this one. Unfortunately, I got no power burst in hand. I was really hoping to have one this early. Well, the power burst would have mattered, I guess. No sparking life. But he does bring him down to 3. I'm like, okay, that's right. He does have a... This is when I'm realizing he's got a lot more life than I do. And I gotta start focusing on bringing his leader down now. But he swings 15, and I go to 20. Then he plays free blocker. Which, that is a misplay, because he can only do that if he has a Caulifla on board. I believe we catch that. I don't think she stays. But if she does, that is a misplay on our part, because that is only allowed if a Caulifla is on board. But I'm going to swing into the Kefla. Or I'm debating. I decide against it. I'm trying to remember what's going through my head here. But I'm thinking, because there's several plays I could make along with this. The Slug. The Slug is in my hand, so I could just remove the Kefla. But I'm going to play this Unison. I got 4 more energy to work with, and quite a few things I could do for free. So I'm going to place 4 cards in my drop area for my warp. Overrealm for Son Goku Man on a mission. And swing 20k double strike critical, I believe, into his leader. Yes, and he does combo. A 3rd Nappa super combo. So I'm going to tap 1 to play the Goku. Tap another 1 to play another Zeno Goku. And I'm going to do the Goku's, or the Gohan Unisons +1, which allows me to choose up to 2 black battle cards and send them to place them in my drop area. And then I'm going to use the Zeno Goku's effect to place 4. And then I'm going to send, tap 1 to send the Babidi, or the Boo to my warp for my drop area to allow me to, at the end of the turn, discard 1 and draw 2. So now my leader is going to swing into Kefla. I draw 1. Luckily I draw into a super combo. And we are going to try our hardest to get rid of her here. I ditch the dead card and actually draw into the secret rare, thankfully. So this is the new secret rare, which allows you during active battle to tap 1 to play her if I have 3 or more energy, and my opponent cannot attack with leader cards or battle cards for the turn, or unisons for the turn, which mixes perfectly with this leader. So I'm going to play Slug. Because it was around here I processed, I'm like, oh, that's right. It is equal to or greater. I was thinking Slug was just greater than current energy with Kefla. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I could have just focused all the attacks on the leader. But it really only was 1 attack difference. So end of turn, I discard and draw 2. Once again, I will put Liam's Twitch in the description below if you guys are interested in checking out his Twitch. He is going to be streaming more and more. I think we're going to try to do a little schedule between us. If you guys are interested, we are in the works, and we're actually working on a series behind the curtains as well. But he is going to swing Overrealm and swing for 25k dual attack, but I don't negate, but I play the Kai that I was describing earlier. So he won't be able to attack with his leader card this turn. But I comboed out of the first attack. And he's got this last attack. But I take it. Yeah, it looks like we don't remember that Kale, unfortunately. But he plays Return of the King to draw another 2 cards and play another 2 or less with its skills negated. But I don't think he chooses a target. Not really sure why. I believe he told me, but I don't remember at the time. Or at this given time. So I draw 1. So there is... I believe I skipped my charge here, right? I don't charge here. Yeah, I'm trying to decide. Yeah, no charge. We're going to Overrealm for the Trunks. I'm very indecisive, as you can see. I'm very slow to decide my play. But I'm going to tap 1, send her to my warp to make it to where my opponent sends all his battle cards and unison cards to their warp. Or actually, I remove her from the game. So, unfortunately, the only reason I did that was to get rid of the blocker. So that is the one minor misplay. But it wouldn't really matter that much. But I'm going to swing into his leader. So I believe when you play him with Overrealm, that Trunks, he gets critical. But when you discard a card during active battle, he gets double strike. I believe that's the way it works. He is going to combo and rival that Goku. Which I'm like, okay, that is a little unfortunate. But we'll see what we can do. Because that's my 1 battle card attack. I'm going to use the Gohan's -3, which I can choose 2 black battle cards, battle power between 20 and 30k, add them to my hand, and he gets plus 15k in dual attack. So he's a 20k dual attacker now. And then I'll swing 20k into his leader. I get to draw 1, and he's at 20k. So he is debating. Him or I are debating. Oh, I think he comboed out. I might have just missed it, but I'm going to... Oh yes, he took it. I was just jumping the gun. I'm going to swing 20k into his leader, and I get to swing twice. And he took it. I think there's 1 attack I missed, but that's okay. I'm going to use the Hatchick effect to discard him from my hand, and I mill 2. And then I believe I haven't used either the Zengoku effect, so I'm using both of them. So I get quite a few in my drop area. I'm going to tap 2 to play a Lychee. Setting up a nice defense before I pass turn. Because I also still have Sparking for Power Burst in case he plays anything super threatening. And then I pass turn over. So he charges 1. And he's snickering, and I'm curious. But he swings, and I block. And he combos a Kale. And he comboed something under the Kale, but he does play the secret rare, instantly inflicting 2 damage by critical, or dealing critical damage to his life. So that is going to do it. I unfortunately did lose that one. That was a long, grindy game, but it was a lot of fun. Shout out to him again. Thank you so much, Liam. And if you want to check out his Twitch, do it in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy, and I will see you all in the next one. See ya.